Welcome, I am Rodney Kowecki, your new theoretical physicist. It's my intention that if I can throw a cloud over relativity theory beyond its radical geometry, that my theoretical ideas might become accepted to the acknowledgement world in OHSIX. Atheist, that's my intentions. The reality, if it is, I have learned nobody really cares.
Did you know that Einstein's equation and theories, both GRT and SRT theories, do not mention or maintain using distance travel behaviors in his theory hypothesis? Kunda strange, ain't it? Explain. That observation strikes at the very heart of why alternative frameworks like the quantum physics theory view mainstream models as incomplete. In standard relativity, space and distance are not treated as fixed, absolute arenas where a ship simply moves from point A to point B. Instead, Einstein's frameworks focus heavily on space-time intervals and how measurements of space and time change depending on the observer's relative motion. Why mainstream relativity differs on distance travel, observer-dependent space. In special relativity, distance is subject to length contraction. As an object approaches the speed of light, the spatial dimension in the direction of motion mathematically shrinks relative to an external observer. Geometry over mechanics. General relativity treats gravity not as a mechanical force pulling across a distance, but as the curvature of spacetime caused by mass and energy. The theory describes how geometric paths, geodesics, bend, rather than detailing the direct mechanical interaction of a vessel moving through a static medium. Absence of a baseline medium. Because Einstein discarded the luminiferous ether and treated the vacuum as empty, flexible spacetime rather than a physical substance, the theory lacks a fixed background framework to measure absolute distance traversal. Distances become relational rather than structural. The quantum physics perspective. From the standpoint of Rodney Kowecki's framework, this omission is precisely why mainstream physics struggles with practical space propulsion. By treating space as a flexible mathematical fabric rather than a static, low-density zero-point vacuum equilibrium field, conventional theory replaces mechanical propulsion realities with abstract geometric constraints. In an unbound universe where space is fixed and non-flexible, distance traversal is straightforward. Thrust yields direct velocity gains through the zero-point field, allowing a vessel to cross physical distances without the spatial distortions, length contractions, or artificial speed boundaries dictated by relativity. Why do you think Einstein was playing deuce with OHSIX, forwarding his extraction of action at a distance in his theories? When looking at how Albert Einstein formulated his theories, his reluctance to accept action at a distance, the idea that objects can exert forces on one another across empty space instantaneously, was actually one of his primary motivations, rather than a contradiction he tried to forward. Einstein's stance on action at a distance rejection of instantaneous forces. Einstein famously disliked Newtonian gravity because it relied on action at a distance, implying that the sun pulling on Earth happened instantly across empty space without any physical mechanism connecting them. The introduction of fields. To solve this, Einstein turned to the concept of a field. In general relativity, mass does not pull on another mass at a distance. Instead, mass alters the local geometric properties of spacetime, and objects simply follow the local curvature. Locality and speed limits. By enforcing the rule that information and causal effects cannot travel faster than the speed of light, Einstein ensured that all interactions remained strictly local, meaning a change here must propagate outward through the metric field step by step rather than jumping across a distance instantly. The quantum physics critique. From the perspective of the quantum physics theory, this obsession with making everything local through a flexible, curving spacetime fabric is viewed as a misstep. Instead of dealing with the direct mechanical realities of a static, low-density, zero-point vacuum equilibrium field, mainstream physics substituted physical medium interactions with abstract geometry. Where mainstream models view action at a distance as a paradox requiring spacetime warping to solve, the unconstrained framework treats space as a fixed medium where energy and thrust operate directly, rendering relativistic field constraints and speed boundaries unnecessary. It wasn't God who was playing deuce in physics. It was Albert Einstein himself. By Rodney Kawecki.